Welcome back to Starting from Scratch, my 8 episode journey created especially for complete novice investors. I'm Patricia Saylor, managing partner of Saylor Financial Fundamentals, and I'm excited to guide you through today's episode. We'll begin with Alyssa's story, a journey that may feel familiar to you, and by the end, you'll have a vocabulary list, review questions, and a homework assignment to reinforce what you've learned. Let's dive in. Alyssa thought about the Coca-Cola stock her grandmother had gifted her when she was a child. She had cherished it without fully understanding its value. Now, with a desire to take charge of her own financial future, she was ready to branch out. Owning a single stock she had not even chosen was one thing, but managing her own brokerage account, making her own decisions, and navigating the stock market, that world still felt intimidating. How would she know what to buy? She knew she should not put all her eggs in one basket, but creating a portfolio seemed overwhelming. There were so many terms she was still trying to understand. ETFs, mutual funds, sectors, diversification. She found herself second guessing her ability to make the right decisions, worried about losing money or making a rookie mistake. But she knew that waiting on the sidelines was costing her in missed opportunities, and the thought of building something meaningful for her future gave her the push she needed. It wasn't going to happen overnight, but she knew that with the right knowledge, she could make her money work for her, just like her grandmother had always hoped. Investing and trading are different ways to participate in the stock market. In general, investors seek larger returns over an extended period through buying and holding their investments. Traders, by contrast, try to take advantage of both rising and falling markets to enter and exit positions over a shorter time frame, taking smaller and more frequent profits. Since you may pay higher taxes on short-term capital gains from positions you have held less than 1 year, frequent trading is not only riskier than long-term investing, it can cost you more in taxes. You can find online resources to learn about short-term trading, but the Novice Investors program, as presented in this series and in my book, is preparing you to be an investor, not a short-term trader. Imagine if at the end of 2019, you had all your money invested in Carnival Cruise Lines, United Airlines, Marriott, and Texas Roadhouse. What do you think happened to those stocks when COVID arrived? All of those companies are part of the travel and hospitality industries, and a global pandemic caused all of them to lose value. While Zoom and Amazon took off, cruise lines, airlines, hotels, and restaurants tanked. In order to protect your investment portfolio, it's important to invest in several different types of companies. There are a couple of ways you can diversify your investments. You can do it yourself by balancing your choices, or you can buy shares of a diversified fund managed by someone else. Companies are described as belonging to different sectors of the economy. There are 11 officially recognized sectors of the stock market, including financials, energy, information technology, healthcare, consumer staples, and others. Investors may also keep some of their money in cash or precious metals, such as gold. If you have a small amount to invest, it may be difficult to diversify your portfolio by picking stocks on your own. For example, if you want to invest in Tesla, but your portfolio size is less than a few $1,000s, you should consider carefully whether it's wise to have just one company represent half or a third or even 10% of your total. You might just choose lower price stocks while you build your investment portfolio, but you could look instead for a fund that includes Tesla as part of their holdings. Two types of funds you may have heard about are mutual funds and exchange-traded funds, also known as ETFs. Let's take a moment and look at ways you might use funds to diversify your portfolio. Funds allow you to own small positions in lots of different investments. Funds may focus on a particular type of investment, such as green energy, certain types of technology, dividend stocks, or a specific sector of the stock market. There are also index funds that follow the overall stock market, including the Dow, the S&P 500, or NASDAQ. Mutual funds are often the only choice you have for investing with employer-sponsored retirement accounts or college savings accounts, but you can buy them in your self-managed brokerage account as well. Mutual funds and exchange-traded funds are similar in many ways, but they're traded differently. Both mutual funds and ETFs pool funds from many investors. Both types of funds may focus on specific sectors of the market. They may be actively managed by a fund manager, or they may passively follow a specific index, such as the Dow or the S&P 500. Both types of funds may have a specific investing focus, such as technology or green energy. However, unlike mutual funds, you can buy and sell shares of ETFs during the day and set limits on the prices that you are willing to pay or accept for them. You can also trade options on ETFs. You'll find more information about options in some of my more advanced content for experienced investors. Mutual funds, in contrast to ETFs, often have high minimum investment requirements, and they are only traded and revalued once a day after the market closes, giving you little control over the price you pay for the shares. To wrap up episode 6, let's quickly recap. Today we explored the key differences between long-term investing and short-term trading, why diversifying your portfolio is essential, and how mutual funds and ETFs can help you achieve that diversification. Whether you're invested in individual stocks or funds, understanding how to spread your investments across different sectors can protect you from unexpected market changes. Coming up in episode 7, we'll be diving into the next big step, setting up your investment account. This is where all your learning starts coming together, and I'll walk you through the process to get you started on your investing journey. But now it's time to check your understanding and do a quick homework assignment to share. Can you define and use all these terms and answer the questions? If you're unsure about anything, rewatch the relevant parts of the video or head over to my website and sign up to download a free PDF with definitions and answers. Check your terminology. Investing, trading, diversification, sector, mutual fund, ETF, index fund, capital gains, portfolio, and risk. And now for just a few questions. What is the main difference between investing and trading? Why is diversification important for investors? Name 2 types of funds that help investors diversify their portfolios. What is one key advantage of ETFs over mutual funds? How do mutual funds and ETFs pool investors' money? Now, for your homework, in the comments, share one sector of the market you think would be a smart choice for future growth. Explain why you believe it's a good sector to invest in and whether you would prefer to invest in individual stocks or through a mutual fund or ETF. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to my channel for more tips on investing and check out the links in the description to access additional resources.